1, this is Arkham 12, and today we are continuing our adventures in The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I have been playing Cold Steel 4 pretty much non-stop since it came out on, I think it was like April 9th, and I've already invested about 107 hours into the game. More than that, actually, because I've decided to like reload previous saves to see other events and stuff like that. But I'm still on my first playthrough, and that game is already the longest Cold Steel game that I've played thus far, and I'm not even close to being done. But it's been an amazing ride, and I'm really glad that I started playing Crossspell, or the first game for Crossspell, because there's a lot of things that go on that I wasn't even aware of that we're gonna get touched on. And I kind of wish I was playing Trails of the Sky for this channel as well, but that game is so much older, I don't think it would go over very well, so I'm gonna have to like summarize the events of what goes on in the Sky games when I finally get to Cold Steel 4. But basically everything starts interconnecting. It's like the freaking Avengers Endgame of the Legend of Heroes series. It's amazing so far, and so I have to start really buckling down and getting through both Trails from Zero and Cold Steel, so that way we can just keep pushing forward, because we've got a lot of content ahead of us. In the last episode of Trails of Cold Steel, we ended up having a very lengthy free day. We hung out with Jusis and a bunch of other characters, managed to explore the old schoolhouse and find out that the mysteries are even deeper than we were expecting, because a new floor has unlocked alongside an elevator, which could take us to even deeper floors. There's so much more about the old schoolhouse we have yet to see, and Reen and Class 7 are kind of at a loss. They don't know what to do next. So we kind of had to put that aside because we finished the floor and it wouldn't unlock anymore. So we are now moving on to our next field test. I should note right now that the scene that's going to follow this introduction is actually a scene that I recorded previously because I wasn't able to actually escape Cold Steel. So after that scene plays out, then we'll be getting to this fresh recording. So I just wanted to put that out because there might be some audio differences, because every single time I record, depending on where my mic is or what levels I've what levels of volume settings I've got, the audio always sounds a little bit different. So if the audio sounds different after this introduction and then switches back to what it sounds like now, it's because the previous recording was filmed like whenever I filmed the last episode, because I wasn't able to escape and there was no good save point, because Cold Steel is notorious for not having good save points. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. That's the reason why it might sound different. Also, because Cold Steel is one of the games that sometimes gets encoding errors, and so therefore when I'm recording with OBS, it slows down the frame rate from time to time. I just want to put it out there because I am saving up for a new computer. If you would like to help me get a new computer faster, I do have a Patreon. The link is in the description below. You can go ahead and, even if it's just $1, donate whatever you want. If you want to donate, it helps me out tremendously, because the sooner I can get a new computer, the sooner I'm going to be able to up my quality for videos and just in general just feel a little bit more comfortable with my setup. But until then, my computer's been having a lot of issues. I'm doing the best that I can to try and save up the money on my own end. This will just help me get it faster. So if you want to help, then by all means, please consider subscribing to the Patreon. I would appreciate it. But in any case, without further ado, let's get started. All right, it's time for this month's practical exam. I'm sure you don't need a refresher on how these things work, so let's just get started, shall we? Still not used to these things. Don't think I'll ever will be. Trails in the couch? What achievement is that?
It's changed form. Now that you mention it, this one does look different from last month's. Fiddling with their settings changes their appearances too, apparently. I really don't understand how it works, but it's not like it actually matters that much. You know, it's a little discouraging when the instructor who's sending us into battle is so unconcerned. All right, let's begin. Reen, Elisa, Laura, Gaius, step forward. Looks like we're up first. I have every confidence in our abilities. Yeah, with the 4 of us together, this should be no trouble at all. All right, so what's the quiz this time? Don't think I need to do anything, so yeah, let's,
that should be good. Good luck, you guys! All ready? Okay! Show me how it's done! Alright, so what's the AP requirement for this?
We have nothing to fear.
Cancel an enemy R. Oh crap, baskets. Okay, that's gonna be a little difficult because all these guys I think are gonna hit really hard.
Right.
There we go. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Yes. Okay.
My turn.
Now, all bets are off now.
Turn to flames. Burn! Is everyone okay?
All right. That took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I really wanted the AP. Well done. All that hard work during last month's field study and in the old schoolhouse has clearly paid off. You may be right. We fought well together. Indeed. I would have no objections to another round. Let's not say we did. Okay, next team. Machias, Jusis, Elliot, Emma, Fee, step forward. All of us at one time? Which means... let's get this over with. You don't need to tell me what to do. What was that? There they go. Yes, yes, you hate each other. We get it. Are you all ready? Okay, begin! Fee looks so bored. We even had one more member than Reen's group. Hardly surprising. I knew this was going to be a struggle, but I had no idea your performance would be so unremarkable. I hope you two in particular have a good long think about what you did wrong. This outcome is largely your fault, after all. Gah. This is the first time I've ever heard her speaking so harshly. Almost like a teacher.
Well, considering the situation, it's no wonder she's frustrated.
That concludes today's practical exam. Next, I'll be announcing the details of this weekend's field study. Each of you, please come forward and take one of these.
These assignments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bereahard, no less. Jusis' hometown.
Bereahard and St. Arc. Both very well-known cities here in the Empire.
Bereahard's the capital of the Kreutzen province in the east, right?
And St. Arc is the capital of Sutherland in the south.
2 provincial capitals. They seem like fair choices.
I guess they are, but that's the least of our worries.
You've got that right, Fee.
Is this some kind of sick joke? Instructor, what are you trying to prove? Do you have some sort of personal vendetta against us or something?
For a change, I agree with him. This is ludicrous. I refuse to accept these group allocations. Change them at once.
You spoiled rich kid. It doesn't work like that.
I don't know. They seem pretty perfect from where I'm standing. Besides, you're from Bereahard, so putting you in Group A was a no-brainer.
Then put me in Group B! I'm not thrilled at the thought of going to St. Arc either, but it's better than gallivanting off to his hometown. Besides, everyone knows Bereahard is like a breeding ground for nobles and their dusty old ideas. The place is crawling with them.
Well, I can't deny that. Especially since that's exactly why I put you in Group A to begin with. I'm no army officer, so I'm not about to go telling you that my orders are absolute and such. That's much too military for my liking. But I am your instructor, and it's my duty to look out for your best interests, which I feel is exactly what I'm doing here. So if you have any objections, then how about the 2 of you try to make me listen to them by force?
Ooh!
Interesting.
They agree enough to
You're
want
not
to.
seriously going to...
Oh, come on, don't.
Male pride is so predictable. I knew you couldn't possibly turn down an offer like that. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, she sounds very ferocious. I love her weapons. They're so cool looking.
Huh? What?
An orbital gun and a sword? Those are terrifying looking weapons.
They're amazing.
Oh.
That's the spirit. Reem, why don't you give them a hand? I'll take on all 3 of you.
Yes, instructor.
Roping me into this?
What a powerful aura.
All right, it's time for some extreme extra credit. If you think you can convince me to change your assignments, well, let's just see how well you measure up.
You guys are idiots. The poor Ray just got roped into this.
All right, show me what you've got.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't think I actually need to defeat her. I don't think it's possible to defeat her. Maybe it is. Not with my current setup, though.
All right, let's do this. All right.
I'll handle this. My turn.
Yeah, definitely not.
How about this?
Impossible.
My turn. Too slow. Go. There.
It's my turn. Eat that.
Didn't see that coming.
My turn.
This is what happens when you got like max level gear on a character that shouldn't have max level gear yet.
Right.
Here we go. Flames, gather on my blade.
I may as well just go all out just for the fun of it.
Strike.
I want to see how far I can get.
Too slow.
Right. How about this?
Didn't see that coming.
Here we go.
I bet I could actually win with thanks to Reen.
Ha.
You know what? I'm gonna try to actually beat her.
My turn.
Actually, I got a better idea. Do I have any? I do have 0 powders. Do 0 cancel.
Ha.
Yeah, there we go.
Here we go. Flames,
Let's
gather on
actually.
my blade.
I didn't think it was possible, but you know what? I'm gonna try. It may just reduce her to 1 hit point and prevent me from killing her. But this, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, see, I can't beat her.
Didn't see that coming.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Holy crap!
Didn't see that coming.
Did you?
This can't be happening.
She went from doing like 8 to 10,000 damage to almost 50,000. Almost 50,000. That was still fun. I knew I was gonna lose. I knew it was scripted to lose, but still, that was fun. It was worth the waste of a Zerum capsule.
Impossible.
Are you okay?
I had no idea she was that strong.
I believe she was holding back, too.
Yep.
Her combat style is most unique. I couldn't even hazard a guess as to what school she represents.
I guess this means... Yep. Decision's final.
Chalk 1 up for the educator. Group A and Group B will be heading to their destinations this weekend as planned. Good luck, everybody. I'll be expecting souvenirs.
I love Sarah so much. She's a heartthrob.
You did really well, Reen.
Most of the girls in this game are heartthrobs, but Sarah's just like a cut above the rest. All right, time to go to Bereahard. I don't know what I was about to say, but that wasn't Bereahard.
I don't sense anyone else on this floor. Seems like everyone's already out of their rooms. Suppose I should head down too.
Oh boy.
Morning. You two are up early.
I want to make this very clear before we leave. You are my classmate. You are not my friend. We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem wont to do.
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Jusis with the fun poking.
Say that again! I dare you!
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It looks like we're all gathered then. Shall we be leaving?
We might as well. Though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's fine.
I have no objections either.
Well, let's go.
This is going to be a long weekend.
First things first, let's go stop at the, Crow? Did I run right by him? I did. Hi, Crow. Yo! Good to see you're all ready for action this early in the morning. You're up awfully early yourself, aren't you? Thought I'd set a good example as a responsible upperclassman and give you guys a heartfelt Crow send-off. You kinda look like you're in for a rough time, though. Well, good luck either way. Surprise me with a cool souvenir when you get back. Nothing stresses him out, does it? Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Oh, you got quite the group with you today. First, we have that delicate, diligent beauty with the dynamite figure and the glasses you just want to fog right up. And then there's this petite, taciturn darling with silver hair. I'd press my delicates on that ironing board. Angie! Oh, god damn it, Angie. Never change. Oh, if only I could add both of you to my wonderful harem. Creep. I really just wanted to get my orbit modified. But thank you for the delightful, commentary, Angie. Ah, you made it. Hey! Good morning. Are you leaving now too? Yeah. I'm hoping we'll be able to reach Boreahard by noon. Looks like you guys have already got your tickets, huh? Yeah, the train to the capital should be arriving any minute now. Our destination, St. Arc, is about as far from Trista as yours, I believe. Yes, they're both about 5 hours from Trista by express train. I've never ridden a train for so long before. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Guess they're the same as ever, huh? I'm amazed they're not sick of the whole ordeal by now. It's getting tedious. Fee? If anyone can do it, it's you, Reen. Do what? Get those two to make peace with one another. I couldn't make it work, but I suspect you'll have a much better chance. Do you think that's even... Passenger service bound for Heimdall
Now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. That's us. I'm afraid we gotta run. May Adios be with you. Let's all do our very best. You bet. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Group B. Have fun with your much easier expedition. I guess we should buy our tickets and line up for Berea train then.
Yes, let's.
If we must. Though I loathe to patronize a city so crawling with nobles. I love Fee. I love all the characters in this game.
Good morning, Class 7. Group A is headed for Berea today, correct?
Yes, that's right.
I believe there's a direct line that stops in Kildek, isn't there? Indeed there is! Every other train is heading east from... Indeed there is! Every other train heading east from here is the direct line. And the next one we're leaving soon, so I suggest buying your tickets now. Shall we review what we know about the city we're going to?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Would you mind giving us an overview, Jusis? You're from Berea City, after all. If that's what you want, I'll oblige. But are you sure you'd rather not hear from the group's finest intellectual mind instead? I'm sure he'd be able to give you a far more critical analysis without any pro-noble bias I'm certain to inject. Are you suggesting that I allow my views to cloud my ability to see things objectively? Oh, not at all. You were intelligent enough to score second on the entrance exam, after all. And you've spent every waking moment since with your nose glued to a textbook, studying as if your life depended on it. So I'm sure your knowledge is quite vast in terms of book smarts, even if it is lacking in virtually every other regard. Why, you...
Please stop, both of you!
Well, it's easy to see why you scored so miserably in last month's field study. What was that?
Reen?
Last month, Group B got an E on their field study. If that had been a paper exam, it would have been a fail. And a low one, too. Do you two really want that to happen again? Well... I hope you're not naively suggesting we just put all our differences aside and become best friends. Of course not. We were chosen to be in Class 7 because of our differences, in fact. We come from different backgrounds, so naturally we're going to have conflicting opinions in the way we look at things. And no doubt we have a few beliefs that we're not willing to compromise on, no matter what. But that doesn't change the fact that for the next few days, we're all part of the same group. We're all partners.
Reen.
I was wondering what you were getting at.
You have to be joking. I refuse to accept the idea that...
I'm not saying that we have to be friends. But we're in the same group and we're working towards the same objective. Let me try putting it this way. We're united against a common enemy, Group B, and unless we want to lose to them, we have to work together here.
What? Reen?
I wouldn't have taken you to be the competitive type.
Of course I am. I care about winning and losing just as much as the next guy,
and get just as frustrated when other people hold me back. I'm jealous of how good your grades are, for example. All three of you. I feel like I'm losing the race and have got to struggle to catch up. And it was beyond frustrating when we lost against the instructor the other day. Ah, I see. There's no denying that she's strong. Incredibly strong, in fact. I don't know what kind of experience or training that she's been through to become that way, but it's simply a fact. I just feel like if we had been able to work together a little bit better, if we had been able to form proper combat links with one another, we may have at least evened the odds a little. You would have. Sara's only strong because she knows how to fight. If you would have worked together, you could have withstood her onslaught a little longer. You may not have won, but you wouldn't have really lost either. Fee. Exactly. Bye, Celtic. Elisa, Laura, and Elliot are all in the same group as last time. And Gaia seems to be the type who can work well with anyone. They'll be a strong team. Yeah. They'll be able to give their absolute best no matter what comes their way. Honestly, if we don't do something about our own shortcomings, their score could easily double ours. Enough! I get it already! And it's not like I have much of a choice but to go along with your yay team attitude, now do I? Indeed. I would prefer not to cooperate with this farce. But I have no intention of standing by and accepting defeat. So you're saying... until this trip is over, we'll call a truce. Agreed? Very well. The very notion of working under these circumstances is ludicrous. But I am more than capable of enduring such idiocy if I must. The same goes for me! Well, at least they might actually try to cooperate with one another this time, right? That's a significant improvement over last month. I do feel a little better. This is an improvement? I shudder to think what things must have been like last time. Alright. Here's what I can tell you. Bereahard is the most important city in the eastern Kroatian province. Its population is roughly 300,000, making it roughly large even by municipal standards. The hilly region surrounding the city is inhabited by innumerable minks, which are prized for their fur. Furthermore, the Kroatian province as a whole is also widely renowned for their high-quality gemstones mined there. Yes, gems and fur are regarded as Bereahard's two main specialties. There's even a part of the city dedicated solely to those who work with them, isn't there? That would be Artisan Street on the southern Bereahard, yes. Large numbers of artisans gather there to prove their worth. There's a shop in Heimdall that specializes in gems produced in Bereahard as well. Of course, only nobles and the ridiculously wealthy have any reason to patronize it. Can't see myself ever going there. Which brings up perhaps the most important thing to note. A fact which you are already quite aware, but it can't be stressed enough. Bereahard is, at its heart, a city of nobles. What's been said about it in that regard is no exaggeration. It's really true, huh? I've heard that nobles don't actually make up the majority of the population, though. That's correct. However, from Artisan Street to the enormous Provincial Army Guardhouse, to the Central Plaza with its giant cathedral, to the airport designed to handle the largest of airships, Bereahard is a city that was developed with its nobility, and the Alberea household in particular, at its center. So, it really isn't an exaggeration then? I'm surprised you're able to discuss your own family so objectively. There's no point in denying the truth. As long as we are in Bereahard, you'd be well advised to keep your usual anti-noble vitriol to yourself. Unless you fancy becoming very friendly with the provincial army, at any rate. I know that! I can hold my tongue when I have to! Is it bad that I'm actually seeing this as kind of encouraging? In a weird sort of way, it almost feels like we're making progress. This is progress? I hate having to cooperate with him, but I don't want to be the one responsible for losing to Group B. I suppose I'll call a truce with you too. I'd almost forgotten that Machias had a problem with me. Listen, I'm sorry about... I don't actually think you're a deceitful noble sympathizer, so there's no need to say anything. But don't get the wrong idea. I'm only agreeing to a truce. I haven't completely forgiven for what you did. That's more than enough. Thanks, Machias. He's blushing. Why would you thank me? It looks like he really doesn't hate me after all. If only I could find some way to make up with him entirely. I wasn't expecting to return to Bereahard so soon. It's been about 2 months since we started the academy. I guess it hasn't really been long enough yet for you to miss it, huh? Indeed. And 2 months is hardly enough time for anything to truly change. You'd be surprised. That's very true. Still, a city full of nobles. I get the feeling we're going to need to be a lot more conscious of the things we say and do. Nobles do have quite a fixation on social standing and class. But you should try not to let it get to you. Just be yourself. If you exert too much energy reining in your every word and action, you won't be able to get anything done. That's good advice, thanks. If you have any more like it, I'm sure we'd be really appreciative, but we're relying on your knowledge of the city. You're in good hands then. Is something the matter? I underestimated you. A little. Thanks, I guess? Still, the hard part will be keeping this up the whole of our field study. We're going to need to get a whole lot stronger if we want to have a better chance against the instructor next time. If you want to beat Sara, a little extra training won't be enough. True. We were completely outclassed by her last time. I wonder what sort of regimen she underwent to wind up so strong. It's just who she is. Sounds like Fee knows something. Maybe we can get her to open up about it someday. Thank you so much, Reen. I knew Gaius was right about you. What do you mean? At the station, he said, if anyone can do it, it's you, remember? I didn't do anything special, though. I just gave them my honest opinion. And that's exactly why I think you were able to successfully convince them. I guess it's up to us now to make sure we don't let the group down. We won't. I'm sure of it. What are you two whispering about? It is rather suspicious. Nothing. Nothing at all. Thanks to you, it seems that we might be able to get through this trip without any major problems. Let's do our best, Fee. Sure, whatever. Oh. We've passed through the granary region. What a beautiful view. Look! We can see a few steeples from the distance. That's Bereahard. Indeed. We should be there in roughly an hour now. We may yet arrive by noon after all.
Lord Jusis. Lord Jusis, welcome back to Bereahard.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
Amazing.
I can't believe all the station employees would abandon their duties to come and welcome him.
He's a real VIP.
I've returned here as a student of Thor's military academy to conduct a field study. I believe you were informed that this manner of excessive welcome is neither necessary nor desired, were you not? Well, yes, but...
You're a child of the Alberea household. If anything, we should be apologizing for not giving you an even greater welcome. Please, allow me to carry your luggage.
We would be honored to carry the belongings of your classmates as well.
That won't be necessary.
Here we go.
Huh? Lord Rufus?
Rufus?
I love Rufus. He's a very interesting character.
What?
He definitely makes, like, when he makes an appearance, it's felt.
My beloved brother, it's a pleasure to see you again. To think it's been 3 months. Where did the time go?
I also love his voice. It reminds me of Char Aznable from Mobile Suit Gundam.
I wasn't expecting to reunite with you so soon, but I'm delighted to have the opportunity.
As am I. You seem well.
I take it these are your fellow members of Class 7?
Yes, that's correct.
You know about us?
Of course. I've read all about you in my brother's letters. Where are my manners, though? My name is Rufus Alberea. Jusis is my younger brother. You needn't hide your shock. It would come as no surprise at all to learn that my brother has never once mentioned me. He is, after all, quite easily embarrassed.
That's not...
He's being toyed with.
I can hardly believe my ears. What happened to the arrogant young upstart we've come to know and mostly tolerate?
But I digress. This is no time for idle chatter. I came to escort you to your lodgings for the weekend.
Wait, you don't mean...
The car is parked outside. Welcome to the verdant city of Bereahard. I hope you enjoy your stay, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
I see. So the one responsible for selecting our tasks this time around was...
Indeed. I selected them on behalf of my father. Allow me to present you with this.
Thank you.
It really is a fascinating coincidence. I never imagined my younger brother would become classmates with the son of Lord Schwarzer.
Huh?
You know my father?
Certainly. Baron Theo Schwarzer is an old acquaintance of mine. Many years ago, I accompanied him to a falconry competition held in the suburbs of Heimdall. He taught me much about the practice and its etiquette. Why, that must have been 10 years ago now. Is he doing well these days?
Yes, he's quite well, and still just as fond of hunting as ever.
Splendid, splendid. And you must be the son of Governor Regnitz, no?
That's correct. I'm surprised you knew.
Indeed. I encounter him quite often when taking care of official matters in the capital. Though our positions may be different, he has given me excellent advice in the past. I feel it must be fate that you two would end up in my younger brother's class. Please do try and get along with him.
That ship sailed a long time ago, Rufus. You're about 2 months late on this.
I will consider the possibility with an open mind.
Wonderful. And I would be remiss if I were not to acknowledge our two beautiful ladies. No doubt your presence brings a touch of elegance to my younger brother's academic life.
Oh, I'm honored you would say so. It's nothing like that.
Can we please stop discussing me?
Rufus is right. Eustace doesn't like being in the limelight despite being a noble.
And when you say lodgings, you can't possibly be referring to...
Need you even ask? Naturally, you'll all be staying at the Alberea family mansion.
But...
I jest. Father's instructions were that I should do with you as I wish. So, considering the circumstances of your visit, I've had a hotel room prepared.
I was gonna say, that could be very ominous sounding if spoken in the wrong way or to the wrong people. Or in the wrong setting. Like, oh, don't worry about it. Father just told me to do with you as I see fit. Are we gonna end up dead in a ditch somewhere? That was like when I first played this game and I heard that, I'm like, considering like the fact that he is one of the four great households, we could all die and he'd never be suspected. And even if he was suspected, nobody would ever even attempt to indict him. But obviously, Rufus is a very kind and gentle individual and very considerate. So it's important to keep that in mind, that he's not going to just flat out murder us.
That way you'll be able to concentrate more easily on your field study, no?
Oh. Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
I wonder what that was about.
I'm afraid we'll need to end our charming repartee here, however. For I can see your hotel coming into view now.
Thank you for the escort. And thank you very much for arranging this hotel for us. We're truly grateful for your kindness. Oh, think nothing of it. Under ordinary circumstances, I would have invited you to a banquet this evening. But unfortunately, I have business I must attend to in Heimdall after we finished here. In Heimdall? Will you be going by airship? Indeed. I'm representing our father. Don't tell me you're going to be all lonely and blue without me. Surely you jest. He may not be the most affable person, but please, do try to extend your kindness to my brother. May the goddess's blessings be with you. I pray that your field study activities are fruitful. So that was Rufus Alberea. I've heard rumors about him. They say he's the ace of the noble faction. Meeting him in person, it's easy to see where that reputation originated. He seems like a rather charming person, projecting both intelligence and kindness. Yeah, He made a point of showing consideration to my dad, too, even though we're low-ranking noble.
And he effortlessly thrust Jusis into the role of cute little brother.
I would have preferred you not have seen that. Though I must admit, I wasn't expecting him to leave Bereahard just as we arrived. How unfortunate.
What do you mean?
Nothing that concerns you. We should check in at the hotel and begin our work.
Wait!
Come on, let's go drop our things off.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Though, the thought of actually staying in a hotel this high class is kind of intimidating. Off we go!
She's got a bit of a cheery step. She's all smiles ever since Jusis started getting teased. It's truly an honor that our humble establishment should have the opportunity to greet a member of the esteemed Dukes. Spare me the formalities. We came merely to drop off our belongings, after which we'll be leaving again immediately. Please show us to our rooms. As you wish. If you'll allow me to escort you to the Western Ring, then, we've a fine suite prepared for you. We have individual rooms reserved for each of your classmates as well. Wait. I believe I told you before that we're here solely for our studies. This excessive hospitality is neither required nor appreciated. But Lord Jusis, I must insist. Do not make me repeat myself. We require only 2 rooms. One for the boys and one for the girls. Will that be okay with you all? That works for me.
It's more than enough. It's fine.
Of course. We're students. We should be treated as such. And yet, these rooms are still very rich looking. We can finally start working on our field study tasks now, I think. Good, we wasted more than enough time as it is.
Now. Let's crack open that envelope, shall we?
Alright, here goes. Alright, so monster killing. Put a ring on it. Very interesting choice of a title there. But fortunately, they're just looking for minerals that can act as bath salts. That's all.
One request from a noble, followed by one from an artisan. That should certainly keep things interesting.
Yeah, they seem to have struck the perfect balance here.
The monster one sounds irritating.
What do they mean by report to Aurochs Fort on this one? Aurochs Fort stands on the opposite side of Aurochs Canyon. It's a provincial army base, originally built in the Middle Ages. The request must have come from there. Sounds like trouble to me. We should probably save that one for last, just to be on the safe side. I'd advise that regardless, the path through the canyon is long and treacherous. We should complete our other tasks before we venture out that way, lest we run out of time.
Yes, let's do that. Fine by me.
I have no objections either. Alright then, let's get started. I'm sure Elise and the others are working hard on their own tasks as we speak, and we can't let them beat us. So let's give it our all.
Right. Okay.
Of course. I give you my word. And with that, because this episode has gone on for so long, I think I'm going to call it here. Yeah, so thank you for joining me. This was Archive of 12, and I shall see you in the next video.